Trump saying it's back pay for the billions in military aid sent to Ukraine.
We're going to get our money back because it's not fair. It's just not fair.
The U.S. sent an estimated $119 billion in aid to Ukraine since 2022. The amount Trump is asking for is 5 times more. Zelensky first suggested a rare earths deal, but so far he is refusing to sign because the agreement promises no security guarantees in return. Many Ukrainians outraged by the deal, feeling it extorts their stricken country. A senior Ukrainian official has told us tonight that Ukraine has proposed to pay the U.S. $100 billion. But that same official telling us that President Zelensky will never sign a deal that, quote, robs the country without providing any security guarantees. Whit.
Patrick Reevell, thank you. And tune into This Week tomorrow morning. Martha Raddatz talks with Senate Democrat Jack Reed and House Republican Mike Lawler about the Trump administration's push on Ukraine and dramatic cuts to the government workforce. We turn now to the Middle East and Hamas releasing 6 Israeli hostages. 4 were kidnapped during the October 7th attack, and 2 have been in captivity for more than a decade. Let's bring in ABC's Inez de la Catera for more on these emotional reunions. And Inez, there's also news on the release of Palestinian prisoners.
Yeah, with 6 hostages released today. They are Elia Cohen, Omer Shemtov, Tal Shoam, Omer Venkert, Hisham Al-Said, and Avira Mengistu. 4 were kidnapped on October 7th. 2 have been held by the terror group for more than a decade. They are the last group of living hostages to be released as part of phase 1 of the ceasefire deal. Israel, meanwhile, delaying the release of the hundreds of Palestinian prisoners that were set to be freed today. That decision reportedly coming in response to the delayed return of Shiri Bibas's body and the murder of her 2 young children shortly after they were kidnapped. There are concerns this could cause the fragile deal to fall apart. Negotiations for phase 2 were set to begin next week. Whit.
Inez de la Catera, thank you. Back here in the U.S., a report that the Justice Department is investigating UnitedHealthcare's billing practices for Medicare. It comes during a tumultuous period for one of the nation's largest health insurers, including the murder of its CEO. The suspect in that case, Luigi Mangione, appearing in court on Friday. UnitedHealthcare is now offering buyouts and facing potential layoffs, and stock shares have fallen more than 20% over the last 3 months. Here's ABC's Morgan Norwood.
Tonight, as Luigi Mangione's murder case moves forward, reports that the Justice Department is now investigating United Health Group's billing practices. According to the Wall Street Journal, the new civil probe is looking into allegations the company profited off false diagnoses. Last summer, the Journal reported United Health added diagnoses to patient records for conditions they weren't treated for, triggering an extra $8.7 billion in payouts to insurers. News of a DOJ investigation sending United Health stocks plunging 7% yesterday, a $30 billion loss in market value.